What's up, you guys? I have something to tell you. Y'all can tell I'm really my only friend, right? Because I be talking to myself. Anywho, let's jump right into it. So, something is going to appear as if nothing is happening for you. You're going to fail. You're not being successful. And right as it appears that you are falling apart, you know, the world's coming to an end, you're defeated, whoop de whoop de woo. Out of nowhere, you're going to skyrocket. Out of nowhere, you're going to go viral. Out of nowhere, you're going to have some type of success. Okay? Your enemies are losing their shit. They are trying, every time you're trying to do something, they're trying to like beat you to it. And it's draining. It's a lot of work keeping up with someone like you. You're in a whole nother league. I'm hearing I think it's a Caribbean song. Girl, you in a whole nother league. Okay, you run circles and miles around these motherfuckers. So, give me a second. I just gotta fix these candles. Then I said candles. I gotta light these incense. Okay. And then we gotta set the vibe. Let's set the vibe. What are the vibes?
Just because your name is Chad doesn't
We gotta turn on some music.
simply type in your name and industry into this AI app.
Alright, now we ready. Here we go. Okay, so anyway, like I was saying, there's no need for you to have fear. Your enemies are the ones that are about to walk away afraid of you because you're protected. And I'm hearing I can show you better than I can tell you. This is pretty cool. Let's put it like right here. Okay? I'm hearing that they could show you better than they could tell you. So, what deck do you want to use? Get you some frankincense. Let's use This May Hurt. So, if you guys are new to my channel, this is going to be your collective tarot reading. You got an opportunity coming in. You're about to sign a contract. You're about to receive an offer. Some of y'all are about to be picking up a trade or going back to school for something. Every step of the way, you've been doing something already that you're meant to do long term. Some of you guys, you're meant to have the jack of all trades. And so for a long time, you've done so many different things. And now all those different things are about to come together. I'm hearing one-stop shop. Whatever that means. Chop shop. I heard chop chop. Get to it. So if you feel like, you know what, I don't want to have too much fun during this time because I don't want to get accustomed to this. I want to be staying on some type of rhythm or some type of schedule. They want you to bask in this ambiance. They want you to bask in this moment of good vibes, good feeling. Like, let yourself have this, whatever this is. A celebration, a moment, a splurge. So if you've been like really holding on, like, oh, I don't want to spend this because I don't know what I'm going to get the next thing, or, you know, you're afraid to take a risk, go ahead and treat yourself good because you're going to make all of that back in some. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. And it be like that sometimes, you know, when you start in a like, let's say you a rapper or you have a gift or a skill, and it be like that sometimes because you don't really have like a 9-to-5 job for some of you. And it's that type of energy where, like, yeah, I know I got the talent, but I don't got the actual money yet. It hasn't really hit my account, but I know it's coming. And because you know it's coming, you may be spending long before the actual payment comes. So you may be spending before you get the clients. You know what I'm saying? You may be allocating funds in this particular area, or investing in a trade, or investing in it to yourself. Going back to school is investing into yourself. So you spending money before you got the actual job to pay back those loans, you know? So that's kind of like what I'm seeing here. So on one end, you may feel like now it's not a good time, but then the message that you keep getting spiritually is now is a good time. Don't stand in your own way. And so it's like logic, you know, over your heart. The star. I can't show you because she's a little graphic, but I had to pull the cards away. Anytime I want to use my graphic cards, I can guarantee you I'm not finna draw on these cards. I just love how they made the areola very proportionate to the nipple, and then the pubic hair. It's just like real. I love real content, real everything. So don't mind me, y'all. I hate like in the beginning when I first started, it wasn't that sensitive. Like when I'm telling you, these Autobots be working, they know how to spot some inappropriate content. No, explicit content. They sure do. Some of y'all are going to be going to a whole nother city, a whole nother land. You're being guided to go to a whole nother continent even. And when you get into you, there's not going to be any drought. When you get wherever you're going, there's no drought. You may go a period of time where things are kind of, you know, like walking on eggshells, just a tad bit. But for the most part, the more it looks like you're not successful, the more successful you are. I see so many people not liking you, how real you are or how authentic you are. And so like major brand deals are going to rescind their offer. People that felt like you would be a good candidate to work, they're not going to partner with you anymore or work with you. Okay? And because you're not accepting certain brand deals, or you're not accepting certain partnerships and things like that, you're declining offers in the near future. But it feels like these offers you're declining because you want to do something by yourself. And if that means that you have to sell yourself short or play the roles that you don't want to play, audition for the role, you know, only left with the roles that nobody else want to play, you rather not do it. You know what I'm saying? You rather make your own skits and post your own stuff and be. This is saying like you do not have any type of major corporation that want to invest into you or partner with you. But when you made this decision not to get somewhere fast, you automatically said, okay, I don't want to make my money this way. I don't want to get my success this way. I want to earn it this way. And so you are appearing like that's not smart, right? Who's going to do that? Who's going to take the harder route when you can just partner with people and get somewhere faster? Do it smart, not work hard. That's not for other people to try to understand. That's for you to understand. And I think that's kind of like where you are. And that's why this downtime that you have, it's like doors are closing, situations are happening, and people that had the intention of you feeling like you lost stability, it was supposed to make you come back. It was supposed to make you realize that you're better collaborating or working with certain people, and now you out here being a struggling artist. This is definitely saying something to do with work. Now you have no publicist. Now you have no label. Now you have no support system. And what are you going to do now? Like a spiritual hazing. It's making me think of, when it rains, it pours. Making me think of Jonathan Majors. So if this was Jonathan Majors type of dynamics, this would be insinuating or assumption, right? These are entertainment purposes only. That Jonathan Majors was like blackballed from some type of organization, Three of Pentacles. And because he didn't want to sign a contract, they decided to sever his connection in all areas where no one in the industry would do business with him or something like that, forcing him to do business with them specifically under their terms with whoever they wanted this person to be with. So it would be equivalent to someone saying, all right, you're gonna date this type of person, that type of person, like alliances. You know how back in the day they used to do kings and queens in an industry or in the star world or something like that, publicity. This would be equivalent to, all right, we want you to date this executive's daughter or this executive's son. That's going to give us the alliances that we want. They're going to invest over the next 10, 20 years. Y'all relationship, you have to maintain with this person. I don't care if you fall in and out of love with them. It's all about, generational wealth and stuff like that. And so let's say you get with a crazy ass spouse. Separate from that person, you become property to their estates. Trying to separate from that person is equivalent to losing a lot of contracts, movie deals, brand deals. People having, this is like public castration. Nobody will ever want to see you successful because nobody likes an abusive person, so it's something along those lines. Now when you apply it to your situation, if you are a becoming artist, if you haven't done like that, it's like new levels, new devils. This is what you're gonna be dealing with. Some of you guys, that's the situation right now. Someone that you may like, they may be in an industry, they may be a part of a community or a golf club or something like that, and in order to make it successful in this industry or for this company, this is something that comes with this. You gotta rock. This is what they rock with. The group. Three of Pentacles, they party together, they do business together. They deny that they ever are affiliated with each other. In the event that one person goes rogue or the other person starts to freak the fuck out, there's contingency plans here. It's like we could have had a good time. You could have been a good time. And so they know how to get other people as well to like propaganda. Three of Cups is propaganda. If you don't sign, they'll find a way to get other people to befriend you, and then that'll distract you. Whoa, okay, the Lovers, fake love, right? If they can't get you to give up on something directly, it's by sitting at the table and negotiating together, they're going to bring you in a lover or a distraction or something like that with the Lovers and Chariot in reverse. And before you know it, you'll be trying to stay in that relationship so much to the point where you forget what the hell you even wanted to do for yourself. There's something here along that may be the spiritual warfare. It's like giving me Las Vegas. And you may be aware of that. That it takes a special kind of person to be in love with someone like you, because they got to be strong. Even in the periods where you aren't making the same amount of money as you're making, or you don't have the success that you have it, but it's in you, it's not on you. And so a lot of people bail. They bail on you because they feel like you're a one-hit wonder, or you ain't gonna go far in life or something like that. But the truth be told, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, when these situations start happening, that's just spirit revealing to you the hands of other people and what they're dealing with and what time are they on. You got this gift, and so people can never really get over on you because they start to expose themselves and tell on themselves. And then okay, that's bad news. I'm not going to invest my emotions into that. You detach, and then they hate when you start to detach, because when you detach, it makes them feel incompetent, ignorant. It makes them feel like, how did I miscalculate or misjudge this meal ticket. So you have to always appear like you have little to nothing. Some of y'all may have to actually be in a particular industry or something like that, and you may have to dress a certain type of way. You may have to dress down. You may have to appear a certain type of way. If you've had to do that, I feel like you're coming out of a season of having to people please in that context of like, I gotta show up in a way that another person likes receiving me, and you're forcing people to receive you as you are. The pros, the cons, right? Because it seems like you were being segregated to being nothing more than mere entertainment, a good time and fun, and you're so much more complex than that. So much, it's like these three major industries is like the most that you could do. And when you try to date out of it or date up or whatever, it always comes at a cost. Because this is like their way of keeping people from having generational wealth. They don't really want you to have it for real, because that puts you at the table, or your future generations at the table, and there was never a seat for you at the table or your future. You're changing the fate. Okay? That's what this is telling me. You are changing the fate of your whole entire bloodline. So some of y'all, they may be sending you like their mixtape. They may be doing different things like, oh, I want to show you my new talent. Let me show you I'm good at something. Some of y'all a lot of y'all are going to be the ones that put your family on with their talents and their skills. But you had to have discernment, because if you love everybody, they're going to be always looking for you as a ladder out of their situation, latter days, okay? But in this situation, some of you guys, it may not even be, you may be able to see the talent for your third, fourth, fifth generation, and you may be still alive to be the one to pass or have those connects to get that help, that descendant. It may not be your immediate brothers and sisters, it may be their offspring. So as an observer of different things like that, when certain situations don't happen, the time won't come around where, you may be the deciding factor later on down the line between the good child and, an entitled child, or one that's no good or bad news, versus the one that's really ready for their position. And so, you may be the discerning factor in that, and you may have to tell someone no, and have the emotional maturity to know, like, hey, they'll be okay, just like you've been okay. Okay, I don't know. It's just a lot coming out here, but that's what I got for you. Any guidance? Sophia, wise woman. Yeah, you're meant to be like the wise woman. All right. You know what I also get off Sophia with patience? Time heals all wounds. I also got here about how, like this dimension and what they say about all this has been about incarnating, has been about wisdom. It's been about Sophia. Palet, yeah, purifier. Sophia coming down here wanting to like heal the earth, heal the planet. Take it how it resonates. 444. Protecting creation. It's also intelligence. Hierophant. And then we have ascension. Yes. Here to help humanity ascend. That's what you're here to do. Your perspective is unique, and you're here to help humanity ascend. So these are the messages that I have for you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.